Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode of Virgo Vibes. It's your host, Elizabeth Jankovic, and today we are going to be talking about, as I do, I just listened to my last podcast back, and it was Aries season. I was catching you guys up, telling you guys what I'm working on, and if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, then I just wanted to catch you guys back up on what's been going down. So I was like, I think I might have made the podcast before I even went on the trip to Cape Cod. Let me double check it right now because I kind of forgot. Okay, that went up April 9th. So yeah, that was before. Okay, yes, that was before I went up at all. Okay, wait, no, that was after. No, just kidding. I came back. Okay, got it. So it was after the first week I went to Cape Cod, and then I recorded that podcast, was feeling good, and then I went back to Cape Cod, and there was a whole moment while I was in Cape Cod about like, oh my gosh, like an actor got COVID, and then I was there for the whole week waiting to hear back if I would film or not, and then I didn't. So I basically had to adapt to uncertainty, and it was really hard for me to keep a routine because I just didn't even know how long I was going to be there for. I didn't know if I would make it home for Easter, whatever. But I have like 2 vlogs for that. One is out right now as I'm recording this, and the other one might not be out until after this podcast goes out, but it's my returning from Cape Cod to New York and New York vlog. So basically it was chaotic. I just didn't know if I was gonna be there for just the weekdays or what. So I had to move like 4 things around, cancel things, whatever. I'm grateful that there were things that could be canceled, but I'm still like annoyed that it had to happen at all. But I mean, with COVID, right? That happened to us 2 years ago. So whatever. I just know coming back home to my parents' house, believe it or not, and having the holidays there and just like my own room and stuff, and resources like a car in my hometown, like I just felt so much more like in control of things, like having a whole week of not having any control at all and then coming back and having like complete control. Oh wow, I just feel rejuvenated. But I wanted to mention that in my last vlog in my last podcast I was talking about how I was transitioning out of an old job and starting a new one. I'm actually going to decrease the gain a little bit because I don't want to shout too much into the mic. But I was transitioning out of an old job into more flexible jobs. And now I'm able to make more content, such as ASMR. I just finished making 2 ASMR videos. This is actually my sister right here. It's her leg. Hey. So subscribe to Uptown ASMR. She's also a Virgo. So I think it would be really cool one time to do a podcast with her about a certain topic that we both agree on as Virgos. But anyway, yeah, I just have more time and flexibility in my schedule to make videos, make content, like not be stressed about something that doesn't serve me, like, but to just be able to do things for me and things that I want to do. So I wanted to let you guys know that that's going well. My new schedule and like, I guess freelancing and stuff is really great. I also just booked a trip to New Hampshire and Maine. We are going to go on a road trip in, I guess, 3 weeks from now. We will be there in 3 weeks. So it's like more like 2.5. So I'm super excited for that. I'm going to check 2 states off my list. And then the second half of May, I hope I go somewhere more south. But again, all TBD, all TBD. So that's awesome. I'm getting back to those goals. But for example, like with that, filming situation where I had to kind of spend 5 days away, not necessarily knowing what was happening next. It was just hard to plan things. I feel like I couldn't make like this is what's happening. So the past few days has been like reset on that. Like, let me do all of these things that I couldn't do. Today is Wednesday. Well, it just turned Thursday, April 21st. So it was like Wednesday today, like Wednesday, April 20th. At least I know now I have a long enough chunk of time that I feel like I can settle back in the city in my apartment, stay here, do what I got to do, make content, film self-tapes, see friends, like the whole shebang. Unfortunately, because I didn't finish it last week and the movie's going into next week, I couldn't plan my April state of the month, and I already had to double up on one because I've been to Florida before, and that was February. So now that's why we're doing 2 in May, and I'm going to try to do a 3rd one. Finances and just bookings pending. But that's great. Yeah, traveling more, left the old job. And I wanted to mention, while I was away, I started listening to Emma Chamberlain's podcast called Anything Goes. And one of her podcasts was about being self-employed. I forget what it was titled. I could check right now, but I don't really care. It was like about, is self-employed really actually better? And she spoke about literally exactly what I have spoken about in probably a few different podcasts, just about how working 9 to 5, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I can't imagine doing that. But then I realized, like, then I think about how, and I've told this like to my mom before, when I am like, as an actor, model, whatever, your brain is turned on 24/7. Like, you're always looking to submit every day. If you get an email, like sometimes I get emails from casting directors or people like producers at like 2 a.m. because of time differences, because that's when we're working. Like, we work around the clock, you film around the clock. You don't know your next day of shooting until you wrap the day that you're currently on. So it's like, basically in her podcast, she was talking a lot about how you can never really get away from your job when you're self-employed, because yes, you can make your own hours and your schedule, and you don't have to be so regimented on like a schedule, but it's always on your mind and you can't stop thinking about it. So that's like a huge factor, because it's like, I'm constantly doing something for that. Like, I literally straighten my teeth because I noticed in videos, YouTube, audition videos, whatever, that they weren't straight. And I don't know if I ever would have noticed that if I wasn't in that industry. I also want straight teeth because there are ads out there that are like for oral care or like a dentist or whatever. And you need straight and white teeth. Like, you need perfect teeth to even submit to those ads. So just like everything I do adds to that and is like a part of that. So while I was away, it almost like, knowing that I was currently filming a movie and like away for that whole week, and the second week, and then now knowing that I'm away next week, it almost is forcing me to like stop working in terms of like modeling and acting, because yes, I'm still looking at my casting calls every day, but because I know what days I'm away, I'm like, oh no, I'm going to be in Cape Cod filming, I can't submit. So it's actually making that process go a lot quicker, because I'm like, oh, well, I'm booked already. So it's like kind of nice, because I feel like I've been spending less time on that and more on like my little goals of like, okay, yeah, I've been like I was able to vlog and edit my videos. Like, I just made 2 ASMR videos, as I said. I put photo albums together from my traveling, just, being able to do more of that, because like, okay, I'm already booked type thing. I feel like there's something else I was going to talk about. Yeah, I guess in her podcast, how she said like they can work 9 to 5, but then after that they're done, versus like we're on 24/7 and you can't stop thinking about it. And it's just something that I've literally said to my mom multiple times. Like, I guess it's like, but I am turned on all the time to like that mindset of like booking and working. So yeah, I just thought that was really cool. And maybe I'll link her podcast below, because I just think she did a great job of talking about it. Next up, so it's tour season now. Crazy. So let's just get right into it. You guys know how it goes. I have my 3 go-to articles: Bustle, Refinery 29, and Cosmopolitan. Okay, so let's start. What is this? Let's start with the ones that go through the general. Oh my god, the person who wrote this, her name is Elizabeth. Okay, Taurus. Yes, we're in Taurus season now. It was Aries before. So Refinery 29. It says, this Taurus season, treat yourself. If Aries season was all about going, Taurus season will be all about taking it easy. On April 19th, the sun will leave the sign of the ram and enter into the sociable sign of the bull. Oh, so that was literally yesterday. We just started Taurus season. Okay, cool. Bringing us a more relaxed vibe to the world around us. Keep in mind, Virgo, if you didn't know, earth sign, Taurus, earth sign. So I'm going to pay attention a little bit more to this, because I just feel like it has a lot of earth sign elements, or like it's going to have things that relate to me more, and I'll probably relate to them more. It says Taurus is a true material girl, which I didn't know until last year. This time last year when I did this podcast, I was like, what? I didn't realize they were so like into that. It's about indulging in the riches of life for the next month and treating yourself, which like I was just like shocked. Like I didn't know that was a thing for Tauruses before I learned about it last year. Besides wanting to make a dent in our bank accounts, Taurus season will have us feeling determined and motivated, a blessing for those of us who have been dealing with brain fog and laziness lately. You'll follow through with your routines easily and tend to act more patient. It reminds us to take things at our own pace and stop and smell the roses. Taurus loves to sit back, relax, and enjoy the sun. So give yourself the space to chill for the next month. I literally want to say the other day, I literally said I'm finally coming out, or it was today. I was like, I'm finally coming out of my winter depression. And it's the end of April, and I feel like the things I wanted to do, yes, I was doing, but I feel like I can tackle them more now because it's actually finally getting warmer. Also, they're just like, I don't know, like so many sounds. And you guys know my podcast that I will not cut shit out, even if it's the kids screaming across the hall, because that's annoying. But yeah, enjoy the background. That's all I have to say. It's literally 12:15 a.m. so on a weekday. So I'm not even like doing unexpected things here. The article says having extra me time will be imperative because Taurus season is also accompanied by another important astrological event, eclipse season. Eclipses are the universe's tools to bring change into our lives, so we can expect doors to open and close during the entirety of the month. That's crazy. The first eclipse of the season happens on April 30th with the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, which will bring all sorts of beautiful gifts our way. Write that down. April 30th, Taurus new moon solar eclipse. I will screenshot that because
Grandma's birthday.
What?
Grandma's birthday.
April 30th?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I guess it's my grandma's birthday on April 30th, so I guess that's my dad's mom was a Taurus too. It says on the very same day of the eclipse, Venus in Pisces will be sitting right next to Jupiter and Neptune. This rare combo reads as a super positive good omen, bringing romantic and money-making opportunities for many of us. Snaps for that. This may very well be the most positive lunation and eclipse of the entire year. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. It's a day to make magic, call in your wildest dreams, take action toward your heart's wildest desires, take chances on this day. The outcome might just surprise yourself. There's so much pressure when they pick a specific day and they're like, this is the moment. Because a lot of the time I do these podcasts after that day has already happened and I like just don't know what to do. If you're watching the video, my sister is just making noise in the back, so we're fooling around. So that being said, you guys should go to the YouTube video for the visual and listen to the... Just press both at the same time. Actually, sometimes they're different, so don't do that. Okay. The second eclipse of Taurus season, the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, guys, my moon is in Scorpio, that's crazy, is on May 16th. So May 16th, we would have just come back from New Hampshire and Maine. Okay. It says, but that one's not all sparkles, rainbows. I mean, because it's a fucking Scorpio moon. It's a full moon in Scorpio. It says, okay, cold endings and karmic adjustments. Karma isn't always a bad thing as long as you're able to come to terms with your previous actions. Okay, whatever. Karma. Okay, so it's saying karma. On May 5th. Okay, sometimes I like skip. It's saying May 5th, you may want to break away from something at this time. It could be a day to try something new and different, or it could be a restless day full of changes that make it hard to focus depending on how you experience this energy. The chaotic vibes continue when Mercury goes retrograde on May 10th. Not it going in retrograde when we leave. It's fine.
I don't know what anything means.
So Mercury in retrograde, as you know, I'm sure, it's the classic things are technology issues, communication problems, and misunderstandings. but you really just work through that by like triple checking things, and not, you have to make sure when you speak to someone about something, you tell them like 8 different ways so that they understand exactly what you mean. You can't just say it one way because then things can get misconstrued. And it also means like double checking bookings and this and that. But we already booked stuff, so it's like we booked it now, so it should be fine. But it's like that day, okay, we have to double check that we have gas. We have to like double check the routes and stuff. And technology can just be off. So it's like, it's fine. It's not going to be that big of a deal. It's just, it's possible. Okay. Another day to look out for is May 13th. Okay, that's when we're coming back. It's an extremely magical time in which we will be able to manifest our desires and bring them to fruition. Oh my gosh. That's okay. Pay attention to who you meet on that day and what manifests throughout the day. Who are we going to meet on our boat tour? Okay. And then the summary is, there are a few bumps in the road this Taurus season, but it's nothing to be too concerned about if you lean into the true essence of the sign of the bull: relaxation, art, beauty, and indulgence, which again is crazy because it's an earth sign, but I guess probably it's the most chill earth sign, I would say, of the 3. You'll be sure to make it out cool, calm, and collected. Okay, now let's talk about, go to Cosmopolitan. Spring has sprung, the weather is warming up, flowers are blooming, and the world's fully coming back to life. So it says, boom, okay. The fast-paced vibe of Aries season is replaced with a slow and steady set of sensibilities. Earth signs Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are thriving this month, while the other fixed signs, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius, are facing a hectic few weeks. Okay, so hopefully my moon, so maybe my emotions might be a little crazy and hectic, but everything else should be fine. I think I'm fine though. With the Sun and Mercury both in Taurus. Also, side note, I usually do these podcasts like when the season's about to end or I'm in the middle of it. So now it's good that I'm getting on it before and I actually am reading the dates so I can know to look out for them as I go forward. Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, Pisces season just happened. Let's see what happened. And then they'll mention dates and I have no idea. Okay, so it says, no matter your own sun sign, this season you're feeling serious, grounded, and focused on getting shit done. Aries season was about initiating new jobs, projects, relationships. Taurus season's here to help you decide which of these things matter the most and work on them. It says it's practical, it's matter of fact. The practical matter of fact earth sign is splendid for dedicating yourself to any work, side gig, or hobby you're passionate about. So that's probably why literally we just started Taurus season and I just like put these photo albums together, did ASMR videos, I'm doing my podcast. Like everything's happening. You're less distracted, which means you're able to invest more energy and maybe even make some extra coinage. But as much as Taurus is hardworking, it's also an indulgent, luxury-loving sign, which means you're feeling the urge to spend that extra cash on a treat yourself day or two. Oh, and that's another thing. Oh my gosh, how it's like luxury and what did it say? Indulgent. Like I'm getting a massage tomorrow. I trimmed my hair. I self-tanned. I did my pore strips and got a pedicure earlier this week. I did eye patches. What the heck? Sometimes it's really on point. And then it says, we all know classic, the negative connotation with Taurus are how stubborn they can be. They have major tunnel vision, and when they focus on getting something done, they really focus on it, even if that means ignoring everything else. No matter their sign, everyone will want things to be their way or the highway right now. Try not to ram through other people if they happen to step in your way, okay? That's okay. Yes. Okay, cool. Finding your bearing. This Taurus season, you're finding your bearings, sorting out what matters most to you, and working towards making it thrive. Absolutely thrive. Work hard now, and you can play even harder later. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It just seems like a really balance. It's like really, really work hard, but then really be like luxurious. But I feel like it's because, work hard and accomplish all of your projects, and because you're working so hard, you're probably making money, and then therefore you're able to like indulge and deserving of indulging. I feel like that's the vibes of it. I'm gonna scroll down to Virgo and see how it affects us. You're an earth sign just like Taurus, which means you're feeling much better than you did during Aries season. Life's an adventure and there are potentially opportunities to travel somewhere coming up. So stay open-minded and you'll have a splendid Taurus season. Last but not least, let's go to bustle. Jumping on your spring festivities. Taurus season is going to teach us the value of having patience. Okay. The other article lightly mentioned that. Okay. It says we planted seeds, right? Those seeds during Aries season. Now we let the universe work its magic. A period of grounding and focus, incremental change, patience, and focus. Taurus influences both romantic communication and our finances. We can expect an increased focus on saving money and recommitting to the people in life who matter the most. True. And then comfort and stability. I feel like, okay, see, that makes sense. Taurus season is all about comfort and stability. Those are great adjectives for the season, which kind of sum everything that we've been talking about up. Which is a much needed change of pace after the chaotic rush of Aries season. It was chaotic. Earth sign, okay. This earth sign rules the second house of values and finances. And the urge to splurge will run wild, but it's also a good time to reflect on things and attract more of what brings value to your life. The bull is a great motivator to get things done, making it an ideal time to finish up any projects left on the back burner. True. That's what we're doing here. Connecting with the earth as well as yourself. Don't skip out on your self-care routine. Again, it talks about the intense lunar eclipse on April 30th in enigmatic Scorpio. Then we have Mercury in retrograde May 10th to June 12th. But it says many signs will find this retrograde energy is bringing unexpected career and love opportunities. So that's amazing. It also says, okay, I'm scrolling. Cute. Now let's go check out what happens if we are a Virgo and how it affects us. Cute. Ready for a little eat, pray, love, Virgo? This season's about taking a journey, literally. Don't be afraid to get a little lost or wander off the beaten path while you explore new cultures and practices. Relationships have been on your mind the last few months. True. It's time to get to know yourself again. This month is an ideal time to travel to parts unknown on a solo trip of self-discovery. You've been making major strides in how you connect with others. Now it's time to reflect on all the ways you've grown and where you're headed next. Cute. Okay, well, that's all I really have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. Make sure you're subscribed on Apple Podcasts and following this on Spotify. In addition, you can donate to the platform directly on Anchor with the support button and subscribe for a monthly fee, or you can donate to my Venmo at Elizabeth-Jankovic, which is all listed down below. If you want to support by using any products on my Amazon, you can click on my Amazon affiliate links. They're linked below. They include the camera cover, some tripods, the Blue Yeti microphone, as well as other random things I've probably talked about in the past. And furthermore, I have other social platforms. If you know me from YouTube, that's Elizabeth Jankovic. You should go subscribe. And if you're a listener of this podcast, and if you ever want to see the visual, you can go check out my YouTube, Elizabeth Jankovic. Please subscribe. I would love to have you there. I post a lot of acting and modeling behind the scenes week in my life, vegan food, and travel vlogs these days. If you want to just see my life, that's elizabeth.j on my Instagram elizabeth.j. Kind of just my life and personality. And if you want to see vegan food, you can check out at Elizabeth is Vegan on Instagram, as well as at ElizabethJ914 on TikTok. I think that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to Uptown ASMR. That's linked down below as well. Subscribe. We're so excited to put more videos out on that channel. That's just super exciting development, and we're even buying stuff for that. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful day, a wonderful week. I will see you guys in my next video on my YouTube channel, or I will talk to you guys in my next podcast. This is your host, Elizabeth Jankovic, signing off.